This program is brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness. With the people, products, and technology to take you there, it's why they say at PennyMac, greatness lives here.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Katie Jensen. While most wholesalers are fighting to survive, another competitor is entering the scrum. Jet Mortgage just got in the game, but more on that later. First, let's look at what fears are plaguing the appraisal business.
I think COVID was a real forcing function for appraisal modernization.
The appraisal business is modernizing, but how much has really changed?
For the first time, we were kind of forced into this new world of desktop appraisals and virtual inspections, and that is what has changed.
Jillian White, head of growth for Loft Appraisal, says everything else has stayed the same. COVID struck at the same time as bias in appraisals was becoming an issue.
The first step that the industry is taking is to acknowledge it.
The next step is doing something about it.
If the person who enters your home is not the person who's attaching their opinion of value to the property, I think for homeowners, it also gives them a sense of getting a more fair shake.
Beyond that, the appraisal workforce needs to look at itself and its own diversity problem.
The low-hanging fruit is really diversifying the population.
The average appraiser is a 59-year-old white male. The industry recognizes this needs to change.
If we just leave things to its natural course, what we're going to get is more 59-year-old white males.
She said she tries to educate women about the industry.
For women, I think it's a great career path. The female appraisers who joined my firm, they were attracted to it because they're like, oh, you mean to tell me I can go to my kid's school and still do, like snack time, or I can take off and like set my own hours.
The fact there aren't more female appraisers speaks to the lack of awareness this career path exists. White says she graduated from school and didn't want to do anything with her degree, so she worked backwards and decided to look at what kind of lifestyle she wanted to have.
It's really important to me that I have the freedom to go food shopping on a Tuesday at 11 a.m.
She was a real estate agent for a hot second. She sold 2 homes before she became an appraiser. For anyone looking to get into the industry, White recommends checking out the Appraiser Diversity Initiative sponsored by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the Urban League.
That's like the number one stop for anybody looking to become an appraiser.
To read more about the appraisal industry, visit nmpmag.com and check out the story in this month's issue. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Christine Stewart.
Thanks, Christine. For more about the appraisal industry, check out The Principal, the Mortgage News Network's daily podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. In other news, in UWM's last earning call, CEO Matt Ishbia announced it was game on in wholesale, and now the Jets are getting in on the action. Jet Mortgage, that is. Jet co-founder Michael Turturro says he plans to emphasize customer service during the price war.
But there are some people that really understand that, especially if they're dealing with a purchase-driven business, they have to provide service. It has to be fast, and there has to be accountability. And I think that in our business, that's a big one that we lack is accountability.
UWM started the price war by lowering its rates this summer. Rocket responded by offering a rate buy-down, but others like Amerisave and loanDepot have left the channel while HomePoint has made cuts. Turturro says the exodus from the market has created space for his company to grow and focus more on customer service than price points. The company opened in late September and plans to offer non-QM mortgages too. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Don't miss the largest regional mortgage show in the nation. The New England Mortgage Expo returns to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, January 12th and 13th. See us at www.nemortgageexpo.com. Start your year with the best connections in the industry. Dozens of sessions, scores of exhibitors. It's where success is written every hour. www.nemortgageexpo.com.
Too afraid to purchase a home and too afraid to sell, consumers are paralyzed in fear, causing the market to slow down. Along with rising rates and high valuations, much of this has to do with rumors of a looming recession. Last week, we told you Fannie Mae's housing sentiment was edging near an all-time low, but Fannie's newest report should quell some of these fears, as they predict the upcoming recession to be a modest one. The slowing housing market is projected to tip the economy into a modest recession in the first quarter of 2023. Fannie's ESR Group expects home prices to fall 1.5% in 2023, a sharp contrast from its previous prediction of 4.4% home price growth. Fannie Mae Senior Vice President and Chief Economist Doug Duncan said the ongoing tension between potential home buyers and home sellers will cause the pace of sales to slow even further. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today.
This program was brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness.
Here's what else is interesting today. The ghost of Countrywide is back this week. Bank of America will pay $1.84 billion to bond insurer Ambac Financial to settle the last of a series of lawsuits born from the 2008 financial crisis. If you recall, Ambac insured securities backed by residential mortgages underwritten by Countrywide Financial. Ambac claimed 80% of the loans failed to meet underwriting standards. Bank of America bought Countrywide in 2008 and has already paid more than $50 billion to resolve regulatory investigations and court battles in the 14 years since. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.